Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today we are taking a look at a channeled message to you from the Pleiades. I would like to thank you so very much for being here. As always, I'm so grateful for you and I love you with my whole heart. Please take a deep breath in, drawing your breath up your spine, and as you exhale, allow a clear vision of which group or groups you are meant to receive today. We have group number 1 on the left with Lost Lands, group number 2 in the center with Baby Steps, and group number 3 on the right with The Great Severing. The timestamps for your reading are in the description box below, as well as information for anything else you may be interested in, such as my books, my oracle and tarot decks, and booking personal readings and Reiki sessions with me. I love you so very much, and I will see you at your reading. Namaste. Hello, Starseed. Welcome to group number 1. Thank you so much for being here today. Immediately, they're tuning me in with the frequency of animals, the animal kingdom, but to start off your reading, you selected the card of Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. Immediately, they're drawing me to Mintaka, and they're drawing me to colonies of Atlantis. Now, with this card, this very much indicates that you have either done what you're doing before, or you have lived a similar life path before. You're definitely a very, very old soul, and the Pleiades have a message for you about portals. Of course, lost lands, but remembering. They want you to remember where you come from. They're saying that you have a phenomenal idea of the end goal as far as your connection with Source, as well as most of the bigger pieces of your journey put together as well as a soul incarnate. But they want you to tune in one more time with some of these water frequencies and see which animals you feel connected with, which ancient times, which lost lands you feel connected with. They want you to regress, do some past life regression or just some regression therapy, perhaps hypnotic therapy or something, in order for you to go back to where you're from. They keep saying go back to where you started. Go back to where you started from. Okay. The word memo in memories is coming out as well. So they're encouraging you to practice some automatic writing at this time. And if you do practice channeled or automatic writing already, they're asking you to take another look at that which you've written down. They're saying it's time. You've walked enough of a journey now for you to go back, look at some of the old things that you've remembered or understood, and reapproach them from a different perspective. The Pleiadians are thanking you for walking your path, especially during the times recently where it may have not been so easy. I am getting a very strong starseed, star ancestor, lightworker vibration off of this pile specifically, so it can be extra difficult when those around you are unaware, unawakened, unenlightened, and still you love them anyway. And this in and of itself, they cannot understand, which provides triggers that can and will be projected onto you. The Pleiadians are saying that they see you, and what they would like for you to do is spend some time meditating and imagine yourself inside water. Imagine yourself in a bubble of water. Imagine yourself in a beautiful place of stillness and flow and sanctity. Your soul is ready to unearth. They're saying pun intended, that's adorable. Your soul is now ready for you to unlock new parts of yourself that you have not seen or accessed in a long time. And they're saying you've done this before. They're saying do not be afraid. They are with you, they are guiding you, they are always with you. They're saying your ability to maintain in fifth or higher dimensional consciousness at all times for such a long, prolonged period of time, they're saying is both amazing and impressive, but also fascinating to them. They are becoming aware, because of you, of the fact that fifth dimensional consciousness not only walks the earth through starseeds, but is learning how to be a default setting here after the split of New Earth, which I'm getting you've been tending to for a very long time. Yes, of course, you've done this before. And the Pleiadians are asking you not to discount the perfection of timing in every single thing that you do, every single thing that you've experienced, and even the moment that they're saying, touched base on this planet. Now they're asking me to pull the tarot cards. First and foremost, the Pleiadians want you to know that it's good to be individual. It's good to be unique. You are, and if you were not, you would not be incarnate in a body right now. Even those in the Pleiadian collective have individuals, although there are not nearly as many as we are. That is where our individuality is absolutely our superpower. You've connected with them before, and they love you so very much for drawing others' attention to them, their existence, and their vibration, whether or not you speak of it. You merely exude it in your aura and your vibration, and for that, they're thanking you for teaching those who were once thought to be unteachable. And they're bringing awareness to the fact that this is not an easy task that you've taken on, but they're acknowledging you, and they're thanking you. Now, they're saying more about you. They are drawing attention to a large sphere of white light emanating from your heart chakra. And they're saying the time is now and you're ready, but they want me to pull the cards. They want to show me a storyline, specifically. Okay. I'm hearing, do you remember all the good times we had? Okay, thank you. And I'm getting, they're saying that's a double entendre, which is funny. They're saying that part of this comes from this physical realm and part of it does not as well. But they're saying that you've done a phenomenal job at releasing any energies between yourself incarnate and your higher self. They're saying there's no longer anything in between except for different types of love. And your ability to be unconditional love to everything at all times, they're watching you explore this in different capacities, in different ways in your life. Because sometimes the Tower, because sometimes unconditional love is tough love. Sometimes unconditional love is not saying your side of the story and saving somebody else by doing this. Sometimes unconditional love is going down with the ship. Sometimes unconditional love is not as beautiful as the human I would like it to be. There is a lot of truth, a lot of stable foundation. They're saying that regardless of what goes on in your external life, regardless of the souls that are drawn towards you, they want you to look at this as, they're saying, a textbook lesson. And they're saying it's a lesson, comma, textbook. They're aware that there is no guidebook for life, but unconditional love is always the answer. And this is something that you have mastered, and something that looks very beautiful on you, by the way. The Pleiades want you to know that even though sometimes abundance has to come from within, and sometimes you have to perhaps appear in a self-sacrificial light, love and truth is always the correct answer. It is always the way. I'm hearing the way, the truth, and the life. And they're drawing me back to this lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. There are truths and boundaries and dynamics in your life recently that you have been waiting to walk past and walk through, because you know that you are not the stem of these karmas. You know that these energies come to you, not through you. However, the Two of Wands can indicate waiting for this part of your life to be over. And they're drawing me back to, you've done this before. They want to let you in on the reason for this. I saw 144 on the timer. A big part of this reason is because I'm hearing dirty work by Steely Dan. Because in a lot of ways, you did do the dirty work for others without any acknowledgement, without any, I'm hearing reparations, without any of that given to you in return by an externally 3D source, but it came back to you in unconditional love from the universe. You're watching yourself be filled up by God, by the universe, by your loved ones that have passed on, by your angels, your ancestors, your guides, by the universe in and of itself. You do not seek abundance or love or clarity or truth anywhere from outside of yourself. And this is what sets you apart. However, they're drawing attention again to the water, to the emotions tied to the intuition. Sometimes people don't like listening to the truth. Sometimes people feel uncomfortable being loved unconditionally. Sometimes people don't believe what they see and must create alternate illusions in order to self-soothe. They're aware that you are growing tired of this, and this part of your journey is not going to last much longer. You've already stepped out of this cycle. You've already released the majority of these people. However, they are taking a moment to recognize your strength, and they're taking a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. A lot of people have a difficult time in their one incarnation moving from A to B. And you, my friend, have traveled A through Z several times over. This is not always easily understood, but you know who you are. You know what happens behind the scenes, and you are now at the point where projections of others cannot, will not, possibly shake who you know that you are. Because one can only know you as much as they know themselves. And you've been surrounded by people who don't know who they are individually very well. Now, unfortunately, you were the tower moment for these people, but fortunately, you have simultaneously saved them from a lot of their karmas in ways that you know, but they do not. They're very proud of you, and they want you to know that in their collective, in their dimension, things like this do not exist. And wherever you're from, they want you to go back there, because just for a moment, spiritually, wherever you feel like you are incarnated here from, if you resonate with being a starseed or a light worker, they want you to remember the purity of others, that strength, that collectivization of that purity, the fact that beyond shadow of a doubt, there was unconditional love. Beyond shadow of a doubt, in the fifth dimension, there are no secrets. In the fifth dimension, there's nothing but love. There's nothing but higher consciousness. There's nothing more to wait on. And the connection to Source is so solidified and normalized that, of course, you wanted to bring it down here. Because the human collective has an ascension. New Earth has begun. And it's difficult to watch people choose their side of the timeline. Or choose and not yet be ready or try to take the easy way out. Now they're saying, before you enter into a life of external bliss, they're very much aware that you've needed to provide this for yourself from internally, from source. You've needed to hunt for this. You needed to seek, search long and hard. They're saying search far and wide. And they're showing me the Bridge of Terabithia, the movie. Okay. You needed to search far and wide for something that seems mythical in this realm, but you're very much aware of the fact that if any realm is mystical, it's the one that you're in. It's the human realm. Because as far as the existence of these energies that plague this realm, they are but lore almost everywhere else in existence. And this adorability is connected to unconditional love. And that's why you're here. They're showing me very strongly an image of a pelvis. Okay, you could have hip problems or tight hips. Your SI joint could be a bit compressed. Your root chakra might be opening up. Okay, you could be feeling more comfortable in this realm, but you might be feeling uncomfortable about the fact that you're feeling comfortable in this realm. But they're also showing me the pelvis as far as also a birthing portal. There is a reason that you chose to birth yourself here. And you know what this is. You know what this has to do with. Of course, love. Of course, your presence in and of itself. Your existence is all it took to raise the collective consciousness, to raise the vibration of this place. But they're drawing attention now to your mission. And this is what they want to speak on now. They're saying just pull from the bottom. Okay, you watched me shuffle earlier, but they just want me to pull from the bottom here to connect these streamlines of energy, okay? Ah, you have the devil. I'm hearing immediately the devil went down to Georgia. But in this song, the man plays the devil, or plays the fiddle against the devil, but wins. And they're saying this is very literal. You have the Ten of Swords and the Emperor. You chose the responsibility. They're saying be careful with the word chose, but you know that you did. You may tune in with your Akashic records if you need validation there. You chose to take on difficulties and burdens that did not belong to you in order to make a physical change here. They're drawing me to the 5 in the 5th dimension. Not just confidence and playfulness and romance and Leo and the sun, external perspective, but also change and challenges, yes, but the 5th dimension. When New Earth ripples 5th dimension, as it has started, of course this has begun, but the Pleiades are speaking to you as though you come from beyond them. And there's almost, there's an awareness of each other, and a love and respect for each other. And at the same time, they're saying that you know you don't belong with us. You don't not belong with us. You are always welcome, and we love you. We're guiding you, supporting you, but your ability to seed, starseed, your ability to seed 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th dimensional consciousness into the realm has hyperactively tuned the collective to the 5th and beyond. Now this is a number 4, but I read it as a 5. And there's a reason for this. We're drawing me back to the water, which rules intuition, which has to do with number 4. Ruler of Cancer, the Mother Earth, the Moon. Pleiades are asking you to spend some time in nature. There's a reason why you're feeling a bit either lost or without direction right now. They want you to tune in with Earth, with the magical parts of Earth. They want you to tune into the fairy tale that is planet Earth. They want you to be bewildered again by the fact that you're here as you were when you were a child. And they're telling you not to get too... they're telling me to be careful with my words here, so I will use my mudra to help channel directly. Don't get too attached to this realm here, my love. You are not here very long, and regardless of whether you live to be 50 years old, or 120 years old, or more or less, either way, this is merely a blip in existence. You're here for a good time, not a long time, and they wish for you not to get too attached. There is a reason why you are so individualized, and you are very much aware of most of this, but as you are still walking a path, you're still walking a journey, there's always more to discover. I'm hearing, again, that Kanon song, Take a Minute. They want you to take a minute. They want you to focus on your breath work. They want you to release these energies that you've needed to save, unbeknownst to them. They want you to release burdens that don't belong to you. They're showing me Mulan. I'm hearing the song Reflection. And I'm also being drawn towards this knife very literally. If you have a knife or a sword and you feel a spiritual connection with it, whether it's in this physical realm or in a story or in your third eye or something like this, it wishes to speak with you, to communicate with you. They know that energies like yours are few and far between here, but allow yourself to be a tourist, as you are. You are on a mission, but you are not only on a mission. You are a tourist. You're meant to explore this realm, explore this world, and do everything that you want. You're only a human they're saying you're only a human once, so take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But they're saying that allow yourself to get lost in the emotions. You'll always find your way back. Allow yourself to indulge in travel and abundance and connections and life, because that is part of the blessing of being here. And you wanted oh so badly. You were oh so curious about what it felt like to be here. And you've spent a lot of time with your nose to the ground, with your hands helping other people, with your nose in books, learning and growing and learning and growing and just helping other people through the things that they would not learn and see and grow through themselves. And they want you to release this. Not entirely, but they want you to draw your attention back to yourself, back to your home, back to your source. But they're saying mostly back to your home. They want you to find that middle place between source and you. And they want you to find where you can triangulate that to, that resonates for you. For some of you, this might be a different collective, such as Andromeda, the Mantids, Mintaka, Orion, or Lyra, for example. But for others of you, this might be a place that is mostly unexplored. And they were emphasizing the term lore in unexplored, so you may resonate with places that are only found in things that humans dictate as mythology now. There are certain truths that you have that you feel as though you cannot unsee certain things, but yet cannot necessarily speak on them, although you act through sovereignty. You act through this truth, and therefore the vibration of Satya, the vibration of truth, is within and around you so blatantly, obviously. It cannot be denied. If you are wondering if there are people in your life or around you who worry about your truthfulness, about your sovereignty, they do not. They do not. If you are noticing projections that might state otherwise, not just intuitively, but in their physical, tangible mind, they know. They're very much aware and conscious. They merely are showing you where they themselves vibrate, because this is a cry for help. And what you choose to do with this information, they're saying this is not your responsibility, but it's your life and your free will. something that you are also excited to experience once upon a time. 333 as I said that. Now you have the Hermit, which doesn't surprise me. I'm speaking with some sort of healer here, and the King of Cups. Now we have the King and Queen of Cups. They're saying that there is a final piece to the puzzle here that you've been picking up on intuitively, but you may not necessarily have been experiencing. And they're saying this is to come, and that you know what I'm talking about, and yes, they will validate that this has to do with some sort of, they're saying divine counterpart, some sort of divine love, and the way that this manifests in your reality can be however you choose for it to be. Whichever form this relationship will take place, this, for some of you, will be a spirit guide that you connect with that never leaves your side. For others of you, this will be a friend that you make that will always have your back. But this will be, notice what's in between the King and Queen of Cups. The foundation between the two. It's truth, spiritual boundary, freedom, ninth dimension. This means you will likely remember this soul from Andromeda or the angelic or Enochian realm. They want me to move on from that, and they're saying that you've been waiting for a while. And I'm hearing the song Je t'aime by Ben Mazoué in my head. There may be messages in there for you, but if you are picking up on this energy, or if you are manifesting, writing to, speaking to, connecting with telepathically, anything like this with this energy, they both receive it and are sending back the same, if not more, of what you are sending out to them as well. Do not be afraid. They're saying that, I'm hearing the Grateful Dead song, a friend of the devil is a friend of mine. This lets me know that you are the type of soul that could look Satan in the face and give him a big old hug, and he would remember you and say, "What's going on, bud?" With love. Because everything darkness comes from some sort of wound or alteration, refraction of light, or lack thereof. They want you to tune back into the void of space, because this will help you to understand the vacuum principle as well as the slingshot principle. They want you to meditate on these as well. They are saying something significant will be coming around in 2 days. So 144 as I said that. And they want you to know that you feel the need to prepare for something, and for this you're correct, but you are already prepared. They want you to get rest. They want you to say your affirmations. They want you to calm yourself and center yourself. Although they're saying where you are right now is impressive enough, and they've used the word impressive several times here, so I think that somebody here really needs to hear that. Yes, you are special. Yes, you are individual. You are you for a reason. And for every I'm hearing trendsetter. For every trendsetter, there will be copy and pastes, imitations of this energy. There will be egoic projections. And they don't want me to focus on this too much, but you're aware of what's going on within and around you. Don't allow that to take away from what lies below the solar plexus, your sacral chakra and your root chakra. Allow yourself to feel pleasure. Allow yourself to feel safe and comfortable. Again, they're saying you're only human once, and they want you to know that they're always here for you if you need a safe place, and that they're saying they're happy to provide a sanctuary for you again. So they're always there for you if you need. You are very much aware that you're opening up to a new chapter of life, and above all, they want you to know that not only are you worthy of this chapter, not only did you earn this chapter unnecessarily, not only do you deserve this chapter, but it is your birthright. It is inherently your birthright. There's no need to pay attention to what you've done, what you believe you've done right and what you believe you've done wrong, or the people around you, or anything other than that. Zero in with your heart, with your higher heart, with your true self, and step up into your birthright, because you already know what it is. For some of you, you already know who it is. They're showing me 49. That could be significant. Or the number 13. There's much that's going on behind the scenes, and you've conquered every single one of your demons. Not just conquered, befriended. And because of this, your work here is already done, and you feel like you're only getting started. So allow yourself to enjoy your life. Allow yourself to spiritually go home for a moment. They keep showing me water. The selenite, it looks like clear water to me. And then again, they're showing me Andromeda, Mintaka, Atlantis, Lemuria perhaps, very strongly. They're always here for you. They're saying that they miss when you are with them, but you do not originate from them, and you are not there now. They're always with you if you ever need them. They're very much aware that they're saying, utilized your access to them as a portal at some point, in some way along your journey. But don't forget that wherever there's a door, there's a pathway. And at the end of that pathway is a new chapter. And at the end of that hallway, there's another door. And to keep going on, keep moving forward. Because you see exactly where it is that you're going. And there's only an illusion of you that's pretending not to. Because you're so excited about it. And you're showing me the number 2. Step into your abundance. Step into your balance. Step into your duality. Be yourself authentically. They're saying messily, authentically, chaotically, balanced. Allow yourself to, they're saying indulge and enjoy and live. Do not worry about medial things from this realm. They do not, have not, and cannot affect you. And again, you have seen far too much to make yourself small, to keep yourself from being seen. You're merely helping others to remember. And for that, there's nothing that could possibly be worth more than that. Okay, that is your channeled message from the Pleiades, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. I love you with my whole heart. Namaste. Hello there, group number 2. It's an honor and a blessing to be tapping in with you today. And this is, of course, a channeled message to you from the Pleiades, but I've been called to speak with you and channel this message in a very intimate fashion, as though we're extraordinarily familiar with each other. So, hello, my love. Your card that you selected today was Baby Steps. With action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. And of course, there are 2 crows sitting outside my window. One of them has its beak open with food in it, and the other one has her beak closed. You may be familiar with, I believe they're called Shishu dolls. They are protective talismans, where the masculine has his mouth open to scare away negative energies, and the feminine has her mouth closed to seal in positive energies. The Pleiadian collective is saying, welcome home, and it's fancy to meet up with you here. They can't say that they're surprised, but they almost wish to. They're saying that's an inside joke and I don't have to get it. So, they're drawing my attention to follow your intuition before it makes sense. You know that you're a star. You know that you've started taking off and you're flapping your wings and you're flying. You're very connected with the elemental realm. You're very connected with spirit, the great beyond, great spirit. You're very connected with the Pleiadian collective. You are extraordinarily connected. And for that, for your existence, for your activism, they're saying thank you. You are being called in a new, yet old direction. And you know what I mean by this. For those of you who are unsure of what I mean, it is the nudge that you're currently getting. You're being asked to step into a new direction, although it's likely one where you don't have the map laid out in front of you, likely because you've already closed out the journey. There are a few options that you can take, and you're aware of where you are in your journey, and you're very much aware of the fact that there are multiple options you can take. But just as up here, there are several different archways which indicate opportunities. 3 of the 5, this is significant, 3 out of 5 have brick walls where an entrance should be. You are meant to walk through the great portal of singularity and have faith that the 2 congruent portals are open and clear now. The Pleiadians wish to connect you with a particular vibration that you're very familiar with. And the reason I felt called to say hello, my love, fancy meeting you here. You're so beautiful and rich and abundant, and you are the star. They're showing me the star, the tarot card, in my mind. And your capacity to heal and bestow healing onto others and be a sovereign and steadfast anchor for new earth and a higher vibration, 5th dimensional Pleiadian consciousness in this realm is beautiful. And even those who can see what you're doing, understand what you're doing, even the Pleiadians, they watch you in awe because you are graceful, you are beautiful, you are creative, you are magnetic, you are feminine, regardless of your gender association. Now they're showing me these figures walking up a staircase on the side here. You walked a lot of your journey, and they're showing me where you've been, where you've come from, and where you are now. You are about to step through a new portal. You left behind you portals and gateways, but you are about to step into one of your own. You're very much aware of the fact that you had to be cautious about who you opened up to in certain ways, but you're also aware that you were guided, and you did follow your intuition before it makes sense. We, the Pleiadian Collective, are asking you to take one more great and divine leap of faith. They're telling me I can pull the cards now. You are aware, on some level, that you are about to open up a new soul contract again. And the Pleiades wish to provide an anchor for you into this new chapter. You are aware that there is some sort of connectivity or connection that has been calling out to you by name. And I'm hearing the song Happiness by Rex Orange County, and they would like for you to listen to the lyrics of this. You have the Queen of Cups. You also have the Page of Cups. You have the Four of Swords. You have the Three of Wands. They're telling me you are very much aware. There's nothing that I'm speaking to you about today that you are unaware of, but you've been waiting for such a long time until you stopped waiting. And of course, this was the key. This was never the secret. But you continued taking baby steps until you took larger steps and huge strides, and now they're asking you to leap. Likely, you're being called to follow your intuition in a few certain ways before you hit the bullseye. The X marks the spot. They need you to jump into this pond of vague familiarity before you swim your way to the island and stumble onto that path that leads you behind that tree where you find your X marks the spot. You're very much aware of this, and of course that was an analogy. They're drawing my attention to the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups. You are meant to exert a feminine energy, and they chose those words specifically for you, Group 2. My love, you have healed through so much. We all have. You are now beyond an illusion of separateness, of separation between all, and how connected you've become and led others to become along this journey has been absolutely phenomenal. You have put in so much work to see where you're going, even when you couldn't see where you were going. But you always knew deep down, your intuition was guiding you, and even when your 3D reality disagreed with your intuition, you trusted yourself and the universe before everything else. Not only does this show, but it's allowed us to create space for you. It's allowed room for you to live in your fullest embodiment of self, which unfortunately you needed to grow into alone. You may be tapping into a younger, childlike, or infantile energy through spatial awareness or through any of your clair abilities. You know who this is, and this energy has been bouncing back and forth between where you will connect with yourself and the Pleiadean collective. They're drawing me to the number 4. You must stay where you're at for a little bit longer, although I know you've been preparing to move. You've been taking great strides along your healing journey, but you've gone from a need to heal to a need to pray, a need to meditate. There's no longer anything to heal. You are far, far beyond that, my love. You already see what comes next, which is why you're getting a little bit rambunctious. And for that reason, you must wait just a little bit. Once you can become both still and aware, there will be more action. Continue following your intuition before it makes sense, knowing that you already have the sense within you. The Pleiadian collective loves tapping into you. They love channeling through you, whether this is through automatic writing, channeling, tarot, meditation. But you do not require them to succeed at your soul path. You do not require them to attain this connection or this milestone in your journey. You never did. I'm hearing the song Santeria by Sublime. There can be messages for you there as well. They're saying that everything that begins, of course, has an ending, but it is also eternally sustained. This is the grand trine, past duality. The universe is always infinitely expanding, as are you, my love. And even the Pleiadian collective does not wish to stunt your growth, for you are a multidimensional being, much further than the 5th dimension. But they are honored and privileged to have you. They're saying to have grown you. They're aware that you and them have a special connection. They're very much aware of the fact that they were responsible for many of your initial and or larger awakenings in your life. However, they exist within the fifth dimension. You have expanded. And again, they are ready to provide an anchor for you as you explore the beyond. And they encourage this. You may have been seeing new forms of beings lately, or there may be one that you have tapped into before and you couldn't quite place your finger onto it. They're saying it's time that you understand something. And you're about to approach this from a new level of awareness and understanding than you've had before. They're not discrediting your knowledge or your wisdom, they're applauding it. And they're ready for you to open up the next chapter. The initials T, E, and P could be significant for you. You have the Nine of Cups. They're asking me to pull from the bottom. The Hermit. The Six of Coins. And the King of Cups. You do have the Queen and the King of Cups. This is, of course, a divine union, a divine counterpart, unity consciousness. However, beyond unity consciousness is source consciousness. These two are not one and the same. They're saying that you've realized this, and the more that you strive to source, the more of a default setting or unspoken rule unity consciousness becomes. They're showing me 99 with number 6, indicating that much of the blueprint for your future is coded into your present moment. And they're highlighting the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis as you are taking the correct steps. But there are areas of your life where you are pushing yourself, and they wish for you to rest yourself. They want you to understand what it is you choose to release at some point, or what it is. It's okay, babe. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Hi. My doggy's having a nightmare. Let me soothe her. The Pleiadean collective looks at you, and they see one of their own. And they're saying that, most likely, this goes both ways. And they are showing me an image of a parent and a child. One where the parent raises the child and then must let go so that the child can grow past the point of the parent. They're saying, do not be afraid. You will be met. You will not be alone. You are going to be met with more love, more beings, more soul family that will light the path for you, just as you have lit the path for others. They are drawing your attention to your manifestation. You may be working on something right now. They would like for you to meditate, because you will be receiving what this is that you're manifesting. They want you to isolate your soul's intention behind this, as you will receive your manifestation, but this will end up being an aside to your life and its path. This is not meant to be your entire path. So they would like to applaud you for getting this far, but also make sure that you are recalibrating yourself to the point where you are intentionally going in the direction that will make you feel the most fulfilled. You have learned so much, and there's still so much to learn. There is an emphasis on your heart chakra awakening, Your heart chakra is glowing right now. And everyone can see it, everyone can feel it, as if you needed that validation, my love. There will be action taken towards you in the area of life where you know what I'm speaking about. Do not doubt this. The scales of justice have been balanced. You have been nurturing, tending to, mothering New Earth, but New Earth in and of herself is a mother. And right now, in your body, you are her child. You're being asked to allow this to be the case. Allow yourself to be cared for. Once you do, you will find yourself being protected. You will find yourself being provided for, cared for, nurtured. You will be in source consciousness, unity consciousness, and your 3D reality will soon reflect this. You must allow yourself to be taken care of. Nothing will be taken away from you, but you will notice that you will have an overabundance in certain areas, which will encourage you to gently, and as you feel ready, no more, no less, release things that are in your current life, things that are staple to your current life, to add room for more. You will no longer have things taken from you. You'll no longer lose things. You will only experience an overabundance and select to release what you choose to, what you know to, intuitively, when you're ready. This is the difference. Now you are ready. So now you will take steps when you're ready. You will release things when you are ready. You will magnetize things when you are ready. Not when the universe says you are ready. You are divine timing. You are sovereign in your vibration. You are source consciousness. You've been waiting for a very long time. Look at what you've built. Look at the journey that you've walked. Look at the colors that you've painted and the world that you've experienced and the words that you've said, the things that you've learned. You wouldn't trade that for anything in the world, would you, my love? The Pleiadians would like to draw your attention to the first time you looked in the mirror in Pleiadian collective consciousness. You saw something, or you felt something, or you heard something. They wish for you to regress to this moment where there is something that you downloaded but did not consciously understand or know to take note of. Now, you will see it. They're saying to look at the bottom of the deck. You have Justice and the Queen of Coins. You are very much taking the correct steps. If things are tempting you to believe otherwise, know that this is the case. Precisely. With Justice, number 11, your intentions are pure, your intentions are just, you are spiritually protected, you know this. Allow the archangels to be with you at this time, as they are very, very strongly casting protection around you. They are aware that you've undergone some sort of spiritual or psychic attack recently, and know that you allowed yourself to feel this so that you would understand where they're coming from. They know that you agree with this, although it's not comfortable and you don't enjoy it. They're saying not to worry. The truth has been revealed many times over by the time you're watching this, and do expect some sort of tangible apology. They know that the higher self of this entity, or the astral body, some sort of auric self, has been coming through to attempt to right wrongs that have been done. But, as you are aware, just like cats' spines are not restricted by linear angles, nor is your soul. So, Those that are still restricted, move from a place of restriction. This does not resonate with you. That's for a reason. And this is why you will be receiving tangible apologies, because your spiritual self, your spiritual experience must manifest in the 3D realm, because there is no friction between your divine blueprint, your crystalline DNA, and your actions. Allow this to be the case. Be open and ready and receptive, compassionate, understanding. You know these things. You are these things. Allow yourself to go back to the beginning. They're showing me Adam and Eve. Allow yourself to remember taking that bite. And allow yourself to acknowledge that past version of yourself as they come before you and apologize. They have a few more messages for you. We have Judgment, okay, Page of Coins, and the Ten of Cups. You are closer than you think, significantly. Do not doubt this lifetime. You may be tapping in with two younger energies that are not yet incarnated in this realm. They are helping to steer the way, and the reason they are connecting with you now is because you have already taught them how to do so in the future. And so they are. Be open and receptive to this. Your future self would love to connect with you. The Pleiadians want you to know that your faith is paying off, and it's also spreading. They want you to know that there's a reason things are going exponentially well for you right now. And they're saying not to discount the growth of exponents. They're saying not to discount the growing rate of something growing exponentially. Your velocity is unmatched at this time. You may notice things working out very well for certain beings and things working out very dramatically for other beings. Of course, you know this is a reflection of the internal reality and karmic blueprint. Pay attention to yourself. Do not give away your blessings at this time. If somebody comes to you open-heartedly, of course, you may provide love, you may provide sanctuary, but do not give away your blessings. Do not give away your energy. You are very kind-hearted and may have a tendency to do this still. You will be more cutthroat as you age, and this may not resonate with you right now, but tap in with your future self, because they would love to connect with you. They even have a few tricks up their sleeve that you don't know exist yet. Of course, things are coming full circle for you, and that is why the Pleiadians are drawing you back to the first awakening moment you had in relation to them. If something triggered this, whether it be a meditation, a binaural beat, a person, a vibration, a meditation, they would like you to revisit this if you can. You'll be able to now understand in which ways you were guiding yourself, which triggers were yourself triggering yourself to get to where you are now. They don't want you to discount the amount of guidance you yourself have guided yourself through. They're showing me 1111, which is 1111 and a number 4. Get comfortable with your blessings, as this is your new default setting. This is your new blueprint. Never regret leaving anything behind, for time is an illusion, as is space, as is anything being separated from you in the first place. That is all I have for you, group number 2. I love you so much. This was a channeled message to you from the Pleiadian Collective. I hope that you received some love, light, and clarity from this message, and I hope you have a phenomenal and beautiful rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Namaste. Hi there, group number 3. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. This is your channeled message from the Pleiadean collective, 5th dimension. So, you selected the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. The Pleiadians are acknowledging you for always coming from a place of love, for retracing your steps and the steps of others and finding I'm hearing what has love got to do with it in my head and seeing what love has to do with it. Now, Mars energy is often related to anger and conflict and frustration and difficulty, but it's also connected to impulse and passion and desire and love. It's a quick burning fire. This is like a comet passing. And I'm noticing here, there's something that appears to be a desert, but there's life all around it. There's also a fault line of an earthquake. The Pleiadian collective is asking you and also saying good job about finding love in everything, even the anger, even the frustration. They're showing me like a 5 of Wands type of scenario. Okay, they're showing me two energies that are either competing against each other. Well, no, 5 of Wands is really a group of people fighting against nothing. There's something where perhaps people in your life just are automatically drawn towards you for a triggering reason, because likely you are a walking tower moment. You are a source of awakening for others. And when people start to project on you, or they reflect negative energies onto you, or when they feel their own shadow energy and they're not comfortable with it, they can often project. And this is technically Martian energy, anger and conflict. But the reason for this is always because of love. And you know why. You might be asking, what's love got to do with it? Because if someone feels so passionate about something that they're willing to make a fool of themselves, or they're willing to harm anything, which of course we don't condone, we don't practice at all. No, of course not. Ahimsa, non-violence all day. But it's noticing that this anger, this frustration, this difficult energy, it stems from love. It stems from love of a particular place in one's journey. It stems from love in a particular place of one's path, or love feeling a certain way, or a certain person, or self-love. And you're recognizing that even when people show up to you and they tell you that they love you, of course, they mean they love you, but also when people show up to you and they are projecting their wounds onto you, or they are experiencing some sort of awakening or dark night of the soul or shadow work, which they may not even acknowledge like this, the Pleiadian collective is saying that you have the eye for love. And they're saying this is different than rose-colored glasses, because you're able to always find the root of everything, because your root is love. Because what is fire other than consciousness? And what is consciousness other than love? So, this is why Mars, Aries, this is the energy of beginning. This is the energy of awakening. This is the energy of impulse, of passion, of fiery new beginnings. And you have softening to love here as well, because once a flame is sparked, this can cause passion, desire. It can cause conflict and frustration and just any sort of immediate reaction. It's like if you get pricked by something, you're going to have an immediate reaction, most likely, not all the time. But you have this effect on people, or you're noticing people around you softening to love, or you're showing them how to maintain a healthy fire within. That's what they want to talk to you about today. They're showing me up here how it looks like there is a being, a light being, watching over this desert. There seems to be no life, but it's not. You may want to read The Alchemist if you haven't already. They're drawing my attention to the cosmos and the duality of darkness versus light, but look, we have Mars here, and way in the corner there's Earth. You may feel a bit detached, or you may feel that those either around you right now are extra grounded, like stuck to the earth to the point where it's a sinkhole into masculine energy, or you might notice that you are so detached, you're so comfortable in this Martian energy. I'm hearing making hell a home, okay? And this isn't to say that anything isn't love. Even Lucifer, Satan, is an angel. I want you to take note of that and meditate on that. You're aware that love is the foundation of every single thing, every creation, every ounce of pain, every ounce of misery, every ounce of love and light and healing and everything. They're drawing attention right now to the more difficult energies, because you have walked these roads and you've softened to love by walking these roads. Now, this is drawing me back to, I once had somebody comment on my videos, just like spam comment on my videos, like, you don't know what you're talking about because you're preaching love and God, and so God can't possibly be love because I'm hungry and I'm homeless and I've been beaten and I've been in da-da-da-da. Guess what? Me too. Me too. I've been all of those things. And I'm willing to bet that most of the people who are tuning into this right now have braved that journey or something similar, just difficulty, you know? And there's nothing better or worse or higher or lower than anything. There's nothing about Mars that is angrier than it is more, like, there's nothing that's angrier than it is passionate or passionate than it is anger. This is duality. These are the scales balancing. And whether or not this is the cycle of one incarnation or millions of incarnations, it's entirely relative, because your external reality is a reflection of your internal state. And the more you draw light to the shadows, the more you befriend the shadows, the more your house is a home, but that house is your body, and that house of your body can be taken away from you, but that still does not negate the fact that you are alive. You are breathing right here, right now, in this moment. And even if your particles disperse and you are no longer on this realm, plane of existence, and you disperse and you go elsewhere, even that, some way, somehow, somewhere, there is existence, there's consciousness, there's love, always. And the thing is, whoever's watching this right now, you are strong enough to be soft. You may have had kindness mistaken for weakness. You may have seen things that you can't unsee. And you might be on the other side of difficult energies, looking back at those who are struggling and seeing it through loving, nurturing, grateful eyes. And it's not from a place of gratitude that someone's there and someone else is not. It's because you remember walking that path. It's because you remember what it feels like to be in anger and conflict, and you found that the source of that anger was love. You found that the source of that conflict was love. You found that even though things are not always what they seem, if you're ever confused about anything, you know that in some way, shape, or form, some realm, somewhere, someplace, somehow, whether or not you're conscious of it, you put yourself in that situation out of love for yourself. And sometimes you look yourself in the mirror and you have to give yourself some tough love. Sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and you're singing Flawless by Pleiadean. That's relative. Either way, the foundation is love. This is what the Pleiadean Collective wants to talk to you about today. I didn't expect to channel so much just off the first card, but I really am noticing that you're finding life in the desert and transmuting that into light, into love. And there's something so ethereal and beautiful about you. The Pleiadean Collective is saying, thank you just for being yourself. Thank you for being present in the Earth Collective. That's all you ever had to do. That's all you ever have to do. You don't have to be doing what you're doing, and yet you are anyway. And you didn't have to make it out of difficult situations, but you did. You didn't have to have faith anyway. You didn't have to believe anyway. You didn't have to come back to love, but you did, and you do. And that, in and of itself, is creating a ripple effect larger than you can even imagine. They're showing me the movie Pay It Forward, where this little kid he creates a plan to do a good deed for 3 others. And these 3 others each must help 3 other people. And this creates such a larger ripple effect than the boy ever recognizes. He's all stressing out about the 3 people in his life, when in reality, his mission, his love, had spread so much further than he ever could have imagined. And I don't want to spoil the movie, so I won't, but this shows that your connectivity with everything is a lot greater than you're giving it credit for, regardless of how expanded, ascended, awakened, or not you are. And notice how there's all of these stars on this page, but down here on grounded territory, there's just one singular star. One single reminder that no matter what you see is also this. It's also love, it's also light, it's also God, it's also cosmos, the universe. Everything is the universe manifest. It's the universe expressing and experiencing itself over and over and over again. And in a dualistic realm, everything has its place. Everything has its purpose. But everything is sourced from love. Everything is sourced from golden healing light. And everything's not always fair, but it is. It is. In my mind's eye, they're showing me the Earth School card from the same deck. And this has to do with knowing that life is about learning lessons. And you can't find those outside of yourself, although you'll continue walking into them. And this group is somebody who has learned the hard way. Look, you have communication about passion, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor with Eight of Wands here. You're going to be given one of the greatest opportunities of your entire life. And because you've braved everything that you have so far up until this point, you are always going to be able to have this grounded sense of love and solidarity. But because of your ability to transmute such difficult energies, you don't realize the ripple effect that you've had. Because of this, you are about to have the greatest opportunity of your life. Thank you. The Pleiadean Collective wants you to know. 5 of Coins. 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords. You are right. You are correct in walking away from a particular situation. Okay, we have 5, 6, and 7. Something is culminating, and they're drawing me back to Mars, okay? There is something that is... There was a change, there was an event horizon, and it caused this great spark, but behind the spark was anger and conflict and frustration and all of this challenging energy. You chose to walk away because you knew deep down there's love here. You can, if you'd like to, help the situation come back to love, come back to light. I'm noticing the duality between light and dark on these cards. The Pleiadean Collective is saying that you are correct to walk away from a particular situation, but that your awareness, your love, is absolutely astonishing. They're very, very proud of you. They're very, very thankful for you. And they're re-emphasizing that you are so unaware of the ripple effect that you've had. I'm hearing the song Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card. Braids could also be significant. There's something here to do with the way that you've changed your life. We have 5, change, 6, your daily routine, your life, tangibility, right? And then 7, with your relationships, and the way that this affects your relationships or lack thereof in your life. You have the Ace of Wands, putting your spirituality first. There's the 8 of Wands wanting to pop out again. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Wands. People have seen you rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and I know this is a phrase that everybody uses, but it's because there's a reason for it. You rise from the ashes like a phoenix, but a phoenix can't possibly exist unless it's burned to the ground as ashes. Now they're telling me not to take the devil, but they were showing it to me for a reason. Oh, we have the devil with justice. Okay. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. I wake up every day happy, healthy, wealthy. Happy, healthy, wealthy. That's from a song called Wake Up. You are recognizing, 66, that everything is rooted in love. Look at this, 6 of Wands and 6 of Swords. Leaving behind difficult situations. Going on the stormy seas, they're showing me an image of the life of Pi. Regardless of what people believe around you, regardless of what's going on in other people's conflict or their spiritual journey or their earth walking journey or their earth school or whatever's going on, you find your way through it every single time because you come back to love. You have this ability to navigate, and so success is yours. This is why, regardless, you're moving 5 to 6, 5 to 6, either direction that you take. And you decided to hop off of somebody else's journey the moment that you decided you were connected to it, but you're realizing now that there's a reason why you dipped your light finger into somebody else's ripple effect. You created a ripple in somebody else's life. And that is something that they are thanking you for. They want you to know that there will be communication at the end of this. They want you to know we have 5, 6, 7, 8. But what's in between releasing, okay, there's deceptive energy, okay. Somebody is trying to retrace their steps. They're trying to cover up their steps. They're trying to take words back. They're trying to change their mind, try to convince themselves that they're right about something. But unless it stems from love, it will always be just a little bit off. You have awoken this in somebody, something, and this is leading to, I'm hearing, the greatest spiritual awakening of their life. Or lives, perhaps. And expect communication about this. But they're also saying don't hold your breath. 1551 on the recording time as I said that. 66, unconditional love. There was some sort of mirrored change. You coming from a place of love, but also detached love, so that you're not dragged along on somebody else's journey and you're not picking up other people's karma, dealing with their lessons where they don't learn and you've already walked the journey. But you're stepping into victory. So let's see what's next for you. You have the 9 of Cups after the 6 of Wands. They're saying not to take reversals. You have the 7 of Wands. Wow, look at all this victory and success. Queen of Coins. You're going to be blessed materially for this. King of Wands. Okay. For some reason, I just felt this, like the tingly sensation in my sinuses, where I kind of felt like I was going to cry a little bit. I don't know why I explained that so tactically. This is letting me know you've been very mature in a particular situation. They're drawing me to... No? Okay. Somebody bit the apple. Okay, somebody bit the apple, and they are wishing that they could unbite the apple, but they're recognizing that their use of free will was also divinely guided. And people are where they're supposed to be. Everything is as it should be. People walk the paths that they've chosen for themselves and the path that was chosen for them by the divine, and no matter which way they choose to take, it stems from self-love. It stems from a perfectly coordinated message for them so that they can get through certain things. We have 6, 9, 7, and then we have Queen and King. Definitely, absolutely experiencing success on your end. They're saying that your ability to take things with a grain of salt has led you towards being victorious. You released perfectionism because you know that everything is perfect. That's faith coming out here with the 9 of Cups. You're experiencing wish fulfillment, severe wish fulfillment, and it's not because things are working out really well around you, because they are. You got Queen of Coins and King of Wands. It's not because your vibration is the highest it's ever been. It's not because you're the most abundant you've ever been. It's not because things are just magically working out for you, but I see here that they are. It's because you know that everything's working out in your favor. Because you know you are guided and supported and protected, and you know that whatever's in front of your face is meant to be exactly what's in front of your face. And the universe, God, Source, is always perfect. You've learned by now. Who are you to disagree with that? Yourself, because you're just experiencing yourself. You create those different waves of love. You soften to love. You are strong enough to soften to love. You're strong enough to come from a place of love. And that has you, I'm seeing somebody like bench press their PR. Okay, that has you like, just, your vibration is soaring. And they see the pressure that you've been under. They see the pressure that nobody else gets to see. The Pleiadian collective is saying, look, we have 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. And then we have 8, 8, and 9. Okay? They're drawing my attention to this because they're saying that, yeah, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on this card, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are some mirroring elements happening to you right now. I saw 1919 on the recording time, which is 1010. You are probably seeing 1010 a lot as a token of gratitude from the Pleiadian collective. A little bit of a good job, if you will. Keep on going. Now, this might only apply for some of you, but if you are drinking a lot of coffee or tea or caffeinated beverages, something highly acidic, they would like you to cool it down a little bit right now. Drink a little bit more water, and they want you to not just manifest and ask for what you need. They want you to manifest and ask for what you desire, what you want. you'll notice that you're figuring this out. May have led to a little bit of, I'll say crazy energies around you, a little bit of Mars, right? A little bit of impulse, a little bit of maybe frustration, a little bit of passion, sensuality, energies that may be not slow and steady and spiritual and centered and guided, because they were trying to push you in the direction of receiving, but also going after what it is that you want. It's not taking from others, but this energy of hopping on a boat and then hopping off at your stop and then trusting that that boat's just going to keep going where it's meant to go. And if you catch on that boat later or a different boat at another time, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative, especially because you've softened into love. And when you see these struggles, these difficulties, you have then the space to give to yourself first and then overflow it onto others, because you come from a place of love. Because Six of Swords, this has to do with like a difficulty, right? This is somebody who has just fought a battle and they're like, hi, I'm done, I'm sick, I have to leave. And they have just like nothing on their back and they're crying, and they take the women and the children and they put them on a lifeboat and they are in the stormy sea. But they wouldn't do that if they didn't love themselves and they didn't love the people that they brought with them, and they didn't have enough love to get themselves out of the situation. And I'm not saying that everything's easy, because it sure as heck is not. But this leads you away from Seven of Swords, because the ulterior meaning of Seven of Swords, which you'll often hear me say, it's not just deception, because this has to do with somebody taking someone else's weapons while they're asleep, and people go, oh, that's deception, something bad's happening. And sometimes it can mean that, but it also means somebody who has picked up other people's weapons for them and put them in a bag so that nobody else can hurt anybody else. This is you seeing somebody knowingly or unknowingly self-harm, knowingly or unknowingly self-sabotage, and you grab their hand and you say, wait, what would love do? That's what this is saying. You don't even recognize 7-7. You don't even recognize the effect that you have on other people. And that's exactly why you're you. That's exactly why you were put here. That's exactly why you've been through what you've been through. And again, the Pleiadian collective is saying that you are experiencing or about to experience the largest awakening of your life, mirroring someone else's largest or first awakening they've ever had in their life. And you are single-handedly responsible for all of this. They don't want you to forget that. Well, by single-handedly, I mean by you walking your path and having faith and coming back to center, coming back to love, because of course the universe is conspiring in your favor. You have a spirit team. Never forget that. The Pleiadians have been with you very strongly, whether you know it or not recently. Whether or not you... They had me pause. Whether or not you resonate as a Pleiadian starseed or a starseed in general, or you're just a person walking down the street and you don't believe or resonate with that at all whatsoever, and that's fine. But they want you to know that your intuition is more on point than you think it is, and that they've been sending you mixed signals. It's very interesting. They've been sending you mixed signals because the choice is yours. There is no right or wrong. There is only love. What would love do? What would self-love do? What would love for the collective do? What would love for the universe do? That's what they want you to do. And on top of that, that can look different for everybody all the time. Because sometimes love is showing up with that tough love and it's pushing through on a really hard day, and sometimes love is saying screw it and going to bed, blowing everybody off, you know. Love looks different for everybody all the time. The beautiful thing about love, which you've learned and you are teaching others, is that it comes in all shapes and sizes. Yes, love gives and allows. It does not take, it does not demand, it does not desire, it does not deceive, of course not. But it does come in all shapes and sizes. It's all you see, it's all you are, it's all everyone is. And everybody doesn't always remember that, but they are now, because you are here. Because you are here. The Pleiadian collective is allowing and assisting in your ascension and in your journey to allow and assist others in their ascension. I feel as though I'm speaking to an earth-walking spirit guide. You may not used to be incarnate in general, or incarnate on this plane, but again, take it as it resonates. This is a general reading. They are watching you very closely, but not just watching you. They have like their sleeves rolled up. They are playing chess in front of your life to make sure that the path is clear ahead of you. And you feel this, but they want you to know that they are taking more action than you think that they are. They also want you to know that You often take yourself for granted and give others the benefit of the doubt out of love. They would like you to practice self-love even more radically. And this benefit of the doubt that you're giving others, they're asking you to continue doing so, but from a higher vibration. They're saying that the more personal, the more grounded you take every little word, every little action, every little spurt, every little Mars energy, right? Because we have this duality here, conflict and passion. The less personally you can take everything going around you, okay, the more comfortable it will be to provide not just the people and situations in your life, but the entire universe the benefit of the doubt. Because that is faith, which is love. And these are very tangible things. They're saying that, okay, this is interesting. The Pleiadean Collective wants you to know that right now, just right now, don't trust everything in front of your eyes, but trust everything going on in the spiritual realm. This is because some energies are recalibrating. They are resynchronizing to their new vibration that has been bestowed upon them by you. I'm seeing 2222. I'm also seeing 22252. So there are some difficult changes that are happening for other people. You're noticing people, I'll say, getting their karma. You'll notice some people around you just projecting or hiding or acting up. They are maneuvering Mars energy in the way that they know how. And for some of them, they are just spam painting, or they're spam writing, okay? Or they are just having lots and lots of intimate encounters. Some of them are angry, some of them are speaking, but they are working through an energy in the ways that they know how with the tools that they have. And they're asking you to take a step back and come from a place of love, because this is bigger than benefit of the doubt. This is anahata. This is unconditional love. It is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it's in dying that we are born to eternal life. And so these energies must die. In order for them to die, they must live. And they want you not to forget this. This is the circle of life. And we are alive just as much as we are not. Oh, they're saying I shouldn't have said that, but that's okay. 77. Everything is as it should be. So I guess I should have said that. Doesn't matter. They want you to know that you are seen, you are valued, you are loved, and yes, there is a buttload of money coming your way. Okay, some of you needed to hear that. That is confirmed. You have crossed the T's and dotted the I's in some areas of life, and you are noticing, in some way, shape, or form, your spirituality is just taking the center stage here. You are your higher self. Like, your body, your vessel is the fullest embodiment of your higher self. And not only do you know who you are, you know where you've been, you know how everything is a reflection of you. Your spiritual and psychic gifts at this time, group number 3, are top tier. But they're also a top priority. Continue caring for others the way that you would care for yourself, but continue caring for yourself, of course. You know this, and it's difficult to watch other people. Not watch. Do not allow it to be difficult to allow other people to walk their journey, to express themselves. There are a lot of different manifestations of the universe on this planet right now. There are a lot of different manifestations of right and wrong and good and bad and dark and light, and we live in a dualistic realm. We're going to experience this. You are an anchor for so many, more than you know. Continue being an anchor. But you are not an anchor because you are tied to a boat. You're an anchor because you're an anchor. And that's what you're here to do. All you have to do is be yourself. Do not get caught up in other people's storms or tornadoes or confusion or karma or difficulties or burdens. You've been through enough of your own. Of course you know how to be a beacon of light in a dark tunnel you've walked a million times, because you walked it a million times. And that's okay. That's healthy. That's normal. You did it. Congratulations. You are way out of that tunnel now. No need to go back in. But you can, of course, send a loving whisper or a telepathic message or astral dream connection or something that says, hey, the light you seek is within. That's all it takes. They'll hear you, because dark tunnels, they're healed by sound. And by healed, I mean there's an echo. But there's a reason that I was drawn towards sound healing, okay? They want you to take that literally. There is a message coming your way. My ear is ringing. They're ready to approach this now. You're going to have several messages coming your way. One is going to be a very large offer. One will be for you. One will be by you. What I mean by this is one will be one giving to you. Another opportunity is going to be for you to guide someone or help somebody. They're asking for you to take this opportunity to help somebody else. They are aware that you do not have to. They would like you to pay it forward, quite literally. If you've never seen that movie, give it a watch. There might be messages and synchronicities in there for you. Everything is as it should be. Even through light, even through dark, even through pain, because it all stems from love. It all stems from love. Even the shit shows. Bottom of the deck, you have the devil. Now it wants to come out. With justice. Oh, right. Okay, you're going to see certain energies coming back around, getting their karma. I'm hearing tight-lipped. I'm also hearing loose lips sink ships, okay? I'm hearing biting their tongue. Certain energies are very much aware of your alchemical abilities, okay? Certain energies are very much aware that they're receiving karma and what they're receiving karma for. This might not be something that they've experienced before. Or they might be experiencing something difficult and we're blaming everybody, Two of Swords, okay? Blaming everyone else, not being able to see the path ahead. Well, if only this, if only that, if only that. No. What would love do? What's authentic to your soul? The more you shed layers of yourself, this is not for you, of course, but they're realizing that the more that they shed the layers of themselves that are connecting them to their ego versus their sense of self, healthy solar plexus versus distorted solar plexus, then they turn into the sun and they shine bright like a star. Or they are inherently doomed to impending death, ego death. That is again the circle of life. You are watching, likely feeling, and experiencing in some way, shape, or form others getting their karma, and just know that this is the universe loving itself. This is the universe loving the universe, just as you are, just as they are. Do not get in the way of others. Do not feel giddy when other people who hurt you receive their karma. Do not take things happening around you personally right now, because everything's working out in your favor. Things are at the tail end of shifting around for you. So you'll notice a few things still moving a little bit in order to find your comfort zone, your unique position. Things are still changing, so don't think that they're done, but know that what's on the other side of this is something larger than you could ever imagine. Do expect communication. Somebody sees your light and they wish to spark a torch off of it, okay? They would like you again to take this opportunity, not to take it personally, release that which doesn't serve you, and when you are called to leave certain comforts of your own behind, do not be afraid, for this is the universe experiencing itself, and have as much faith and love as you always have and always will, and know that only good things lie ahead for you. Only good things lie ahead for you. You can watch other people learn their lessons, and you can have walked these paths before yourself. You're showing me an asanoha. Okay, they're also showing me, oh, I just lost it. Oh, they're showing me the red string of fate. Okay. Any of these things can be significant for you. And they want you to know that you are here for a reason, walking your path for a reason. Everything, everyone is here for a reason, walking their path for a reason. Everything is as it should be. Always has been, always will be. Energies shuffle around, they change. Everything is changing all the time. Good things will change, bad things will change. Allow them to pass you by. Allow yourself not to grab what it is that you want, for it must pendulum swing away. Allow yourself not to push away what you don't want, for it must pendulum swing towards you. Simply be. Come to a place of love, as is your root foundation, and do continue to serve others through love. This may confuse them, this may frustrate them, this may anger them, this may create all sorts of reactions, this may draw them towards you passionately, firefully, sexually, again, angrily. But others' reactions are visceral and relative, and it comes from love. You are merely watching someone's reaction to unconditional love. It doesn't take away from you. Continue being your unconditional love. Continue being the golden healing light that you are. And Know that the Pleiadean collective loves you so very much. They're protecting you, they're guiding you, and they do have a surprise for you. They have a blessing for you. When the praises go up, the blessings come down. And they see you, they hear you, they know who and what you are, they know how you operate. And for this reason, they would like to welcome you to New Earth as an ambassador, which likely you already know, but if you needed confirmation, this is it. Well, group number 3, that is all I had for you today. This is a channeled message to you from the Pleiadean Collective. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. I'm so grateful for you, and I love you with my entire heart and being. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. That rhymed.